Hey guys, this is Rohan Naravane from Pricebaba, and today we are at Samsung's Blogathon event where Samsung has graciously given the opportunity to make our own video with the help of their professional video crew. So I'm standing here with the Samsung Galaxy Note 4. The first thing that I felt after using this device for a couple of minutes is the premiumness of the phone. It's got metal sides, it's got a metal bezel all around, and it's got a leather-ish feeling at the back. But it is one of the most premium feeling Samsung phones to date, and that's actually a pleasant change from the glossy plastic that we have used to typically seeing on older Samsung phones. So this is definitely a welcome change. I would like to talk about some of the features of the Galaxy Note 4. This phone comes with a 5.7-inch Quad HD display. That's 2560 by 1440 pixel resolution. That takes the the pixel density to over 500 ppi. When you look at the display, it is absolutely crisp. There is no doubt that this is one of the crispest displays, and this is one of the most vibrant displays that I've seen, probably because it's a Super AMOLED display at that. Although it is very hard to determine if you were to compare this with a full HD display, the differences between a full HD display and Quad HD display are even more subtle as compared to a 720p and a 1080p display. But nonetheless, this looks pretty good. So it's pretty fast. It's running the Snapdragon 805 on the Snapdragon 805 chipset, and it's got 3 gigs of RAM, and it's pretty smooth. Like Samsung has the latest version of TouchWiz UI built in, so the same kind of UI that you had probably previously seen on the Samsung Galaxy S5 is carry forwarded here. But obviously, this being the Note series, there are a special set of features that are exclusive to this, starting with, let's say, something as basic as the S Pen, which is something that people, the Note lovers have come to expect and love from this product. The moment you take out this S Pen, it gives you air commands, so you can just basically hover over a menu which allows you to choose certain things. So for example, you can do action memo. So for example, hit an action memo and you can just start jotting down notes right away. So one thing that I realized when I was using the S Pen was that the sensitivity is pretty amazing. Like, I can actually write it, and it knows the difference between a hard press and a soft press, and it almost feels like you're writing on paper. So that's pretty good stuff, you know, for good usage of the stylus. Another very interesting thing about the Note 4 is the multi-window feature. Now, Samsung has been doing this a lot previously as well. So let's take an example. So the multi-window feature is probably best appreciated on a screen size this big, so that you can make good use of the real estate. So if I have an application open, I can just drag from the corner and minimize the application. I can bring this to the bottom, I can resize it, I can stick it to top, I can also have 2 windows simultaneously open. So with the new multitasking drawer that looks a lot like the Android L's drawer that you'll be seeing in Android L, you can just press a button where it opens up it uses the first half of the screen to open one app, and I can open other apps on the second half of the screen. So I am using 2 apps simultaneously. Very simple to use, although it may get it's a little confusing at first to understand how this works, but once you figure it out, I think it's simple enough to play around with. Maybe an interesting feature for those who are constantly on an instant messaging service and wanting to use, like, 2 apps at the same time. So probably an interesting use case for those guys. Moving on to the battery, this is obviously, being a phablet, has a very big battery, like upwards of 3000 mAh. But another interesting thing about the phone is the ultra power saving mode. Now, you will notice that when I do this is the regular power saving mode, which has been around in Samsung phones like the Galaxy S4. But the speciality of the new version of the TouchWiz UI is the ultra power saving mode, which basically turns the phone down into a feature phone. So let me just show you how we enable that. We just have to scroll down to the power saving mode. And as you can see, ultra power saving mode is off right now. The moment I switch this on, it turns the display black and white. It is right now telling me that with 58% battery remaining, an estimated standby of 9 days can be achieved. That is if I'm not using the phone at all. But let's say when you are at the fag end of the day and your phone has say about 10 to 15% of battery life left, all you really want is your phone to just work like a phone. So with this ultra power saving mode, you can actually use the phone for basic calling and text messaging purposes, and it can last you for a much longer time. And let's also have a look at the color options that this phone provides. So it is available in a couple of attractive colors, whereas you have the champagne version, you have the white, and you also have the black. So looking at the camera at the back, there is a 16 megapixel camera, rear camera with optical image stabilization, which should help in shooting better low light images. Another implementation that we had seen before was the fingerprint scanner. Now the fingerprint scanner was first introduced with the Samsung Galaxy S5. Although the S5 required you to keep your thumb extremely straight to be able to register fingerprint, I'm happy to see that in the Note 4 you can actually use your thumb sideways. It basically registers sideways. Now unfortunately, this being a retail unit, I can't show that to you right here, but on the other units that I've tried, you can actually hold the phone one-handedly and finally be able to use the fingerprint scanner feature. So there is no more need to hold the phone in two hands to be able to activate it, and it's become fairly accurate. It's fairly usable now. Coming to the price, now at 58,000 rupees, it's obviously a very premium segment phone, and this is definitely going to go after the iPhone 6 Plus, which was launched at 62,500, which is going to go on sale in a day or two. So let's put it this way. This phone is truck-loaded with features. It may be overwhelming to a lot of people. All the features of this phone, I'm not sure if everybody is going to utilize the features of this phone 100%, but for those who want the most value for money, this is one phone in the 50,000 bracket that pretty much has it all. Like you name it, it's there. So that's me, Rohan, for Pricebaba, having my first hands-on with the Note 4. We will obviously have a full-fledged review because this device definitely needs a user manual to go through and understand all the features. So we'll be giving you the entire download once we have the entire product for review. And check out our YouTube channel for that very soon. Thank you.